Right, I'm chilling. Can't get to sleep. So, I thought I would do my video on basically positive things that I want to do. That was it. Um, Instead of all the negative things all the time, it needs to be some positive vibes. So, basically, obviously, the first thing that I need to do before I can even think about doing anything work-wise or anything is to do my detox. I have got various ways and thoughts of doing it. Quite a few different ways. It's which one will work. Like I said, methadone doesn't really suit me, but I can take about 30 mil a day and cope with it. It's because I've got a gallstone, you see. That's the problem with it. So it makes me sick. I just puke it back up. But 30 I could probably take. My habit at the moment is like I'd need about 80 to 100 mil to cover me, which unfortunately I can't take. That's too much for me. I couldn't take it. And obviously my habit's too high for subbies. That's just, oh my God, brought me onto a full-blown bareback rattle man. Horrible. So subbies, the only time I messed with them was when I was clean in jail, and at weekends people would snort a few subbies to get basically you rave off them. Some of them were nodding to death. I'd be there scrubbing my pad like a lunatic with tunes on. Lenore in a mop bucket, scrubbing the floor about 80 million times. Oh, got my rave CDs on full whack and all that. But yeah, so I'm thinking I could try the route of the 30 mil a day with a reduction, and like obviously have a couple of bits just to take the edge off on top of it. Reduce the methadone. Like, I want to do it not too fast, but within a couple of months. I don't want the meth in my system for long. So if I wrote down a plan, I could do it, and then literally, like I said, get myself, as I'm right near the end of the meth, get myself right down onto the gear as well. Then when I'm right at the bottom of the meth, like say on day one, I start with 30 mil, yeah, and 3 bags. It might sound a lot to people, but that's not, believe me. So day one, I could start like that, right? Then by the end of the week, I could be down to 25 mil and 2 bags. So do you see what I mean? How fast I could do it? Obviously, I won't feel great. I have to get some sleep to help me through it. But them, obviously, I don't want every day ever again because of the horrible withdrawals coming off them. I had enough of doing that. I had enough. I'm not addicted to them anymore. I'm not addicted to my metazapine or anything, and I don't intend to get addicted to anything else like that again. So, working this out, I could actually get off it, let me think, probably within 2 months, yeah. Maybe faster, but rushing it when you feel ill, that's when you mess up. So say 2 months, that's only, well, it's basically September, so by November, I could be clean. That's my best plan of action that I've thought of. All this GoFundMe madness, trying to set all that up, I don't know how, do you know what I mean? I am just thinking of putting a PayPal or a Cash App next to my videos, and if anyone chooses to donate, that's completely up to them. Like I said, I'm not forcing anyone. Other channels do this. I could do a thing members only, where they pay and I give them content that no one else gets. like a video straight to their email address talking about anything because you're censored on here. But obviously, in an email, I could just send them whatever. Do you know what I mean? I could talk about anything. So, yeah. So anyway, that's one thing. That's the first thing, is to get the fuck off this shit. This van's annoying me. Get the fuck off this shit, yeah? Then, obviously, once that, it's like, literally, it's like there's an angel there and a devil there. That's literally my Gemini side. And then there's a monkey on your back. And it's crazy because it's like, in that area, it's like use. In that area, it's like don't. In that area, it's like use. In that area, it's like don't. Then in that area, it's telling you why to use. In that area, it's telling you why not to. So, another thing I need to do is write down a list of the reasons why I should use and the reasons why I shouldn't use. And I guarantee you 1,000,000% that there is literally only a few reasons why I should keep on using, and I'll tell you what they are. To carry on blocking out all my mental health issues, because there's nowhere I can get help from with my mental health issues, as you've seen. They won't accept it. But if I get clean, then they've got no reason to turn around and accept me in the end. So, truthfully, that is a good incentive. Where's that cough medicine? This cough is driving me mental. That is literally my favourite chocolate milk. What you get off the milkman, I drink loads of it. So, anyway, yes. That is the thing that I need to do, is write all this down. And like I said, I guarantee the list to get off it is a hell of a lot longer than the list to stay on it. Like I said, the mental health is a lot of reasons why I've stayed on different substances, because I've got that much going on up here, that many things I've been through. And it's like, my mate Carol even commented, she knows me from M&M pages, and she even said a lot of people have been through what you've been through would have just crumbled. And I take everything on the chin, but I basically can get myself emotionless most of the time. But when I do cut off, when I've noticed, when I try and get off things and I manage to do okay, it's crazy. But even watching an advert on the TV about animal cruelty will make you cry. Your emotions are all over. But that's what I mean. You know, my mental health isn't good anyway. You all know that. Because that's what I mean. Obviously, I've had it bad anyway. But, yeah, since my mum died, you know how I went off the rails and got accused of that stabbing and all that sort of shit. And it's like, there's just basically, there's only so much you can take. Do you know what I mean? I've literally held my temper down. I used to, truthfully, people used to say that much stuff, that'd be it. I'd just go for him. But in the past few years, I've thought, no, I need to stop this. I need to grow out of this. And basically, I've well calmed down. But certain things, do you know what I mean, can't be forgiven or taken back, unfortunately. So, but anyway, so that's something that I need to focus on, is my mental health and what I can do about it, and getting some help with it. So like I said, if the only way I can get help with mental health is by getting clean, then that's another reason to get clean. Then obviously my family, my grandson, as everyone keeps saying, I've got a gorgeous grandson. my kids, my dad, they're the most important people in my life. My friends, like I said, I've literally cut them down to that because I realised how many were just fake, not just drug users, so-called friends I've had for years. But like I said, I've got some proper decent mates who they're just busy all the time, but they've got their own businesses and stuff. Some have offered me jobs, but it's like I have knocked them back in the past. I won't say exactly why for on here, but yeah. But I'm thinking now I do need a job. I do need a job because if I get clean, I need to focus my day on something. Because when you're involved in that shitty drug world, your days are non-stop busy. Do you know what I mean? Your days are non-stop busy. From the moment you wake up, it's all about that shit and it's fucking crap. Do you know what I mean? It's like when I've had Tommy for the past few days, it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like it fulfills me inside. I'd love to have another one, but I'm too old for it. And plus, my kid's dad, there's about as much chance of me and him being able to create a child anyway. But no, too old for that now. It's like I said, it's the grandchildren time now. I just want a granddaughter. And then obviously my other daughter at some point, she'll give me grandchildren. But she stayed away from that no good ex of hers. Been going and she went raving at the weekend in Preston. I was well jealous. I was like, you should have told me I'll come with you. And I thought, and don't you dare say, oh mum, you'd embarrass me. I thought, because it's all right when I'm paying for you to come to the Eminem and 50 Cent concert, so isn't it? So I thought, how can you get out of that one? But yeah, that's enough. That's what I mean. So I spend time with my family. But yeah, jobs. I want to do I want to get back into my DJing basically. Now the clubs are reopening and that. And I've thought of some good ideas. I don't want to put them all over here though, because some of these ideas, they are really good. Like I said, I was talking to my mate who's got her own business. She started from scratch. And one of them, she thinks is a really, really good idea. It's to do with basically raves DJing, but with a spin on it. So it's not just for adult nightclubs or anything like that. There's loads of things I could do with it. I just need to invest in fact, Paul, you can tell me, right? I've got my two Technic 1210s. I've got a basic Numark mixer, yeah? What speakers, because obviously I've got the big Bluetooth speaker, but I'm thinking of getting two separate Bluetooth speakers that will link up to the decks. Because, or am I better off getting different sorts of speakers? Because, I want to use them in these party settings. But I was thinking of the Bluetooth speakers because you can connect them all to each other. Do you get what I mean there? So what do you think about that? Then I need lights, normal lights, strobe lights, smoke machine, and then an amp. Yeah, and I'm ready to go. I need some new needles for the decks. They're expensive. Is eBay the cheapest? So yeah, that's my working plan basically. Because like I said, I really need to be my own boss. With my record, it's basically impossible for me to get anything, I'd say. I might be able to get something, but well, Ditchy, if you're watching, where's your site where you post links up for people who've been in trouble and they can still get a job? I presume you've got links for all over the country, have you? So that's what I mean. It's like the money side, that's the only downside, is what money you get. And then when by the time you've paid your rent and your council tax and that, you're not left with much left. But I know that dossing around is not the answer anymore. And I'm not one of them that gets fat pip and that. Like some people have said, it's like, listen, I actually need pip, my mental health. Some of the things I've done to people and the way I've carried on, it's like I'm barred from 2 different doctors at the drugs place. I wasn't allowed at one of the job centre outlets because of the way that my behaviour, my mental health was. Just things like that. So it's like, I should get PIP. But no, I don't. I just get ESA. So they tried to get me on universal credit, but it's like at the moment, no, that didn't work. You lowered my money, but you didn't manage to get me on that because I thought my head is actually too gone for do you know what I mean, to be on universal credit. So yeah, I need to sort my mental health out. I need counselling, definitely. Because like I said, I've used drugs to block out so many things that need to be sorted out. Like I've told you before, assaults in a sexual manner, things have gone on. Most of the time, luckily, I've been able to fucking that fucker and run off, do you know what I mean? But there was one time I basically got date raped. Luckily, within a few minutes I came to and fucking ran, but it's not the point. And that was set up by see what I mean about my trust issues? That was set up by the girl that I was accused of stabbing. This is what I mean. So this has been building up with me and her for years and years, loads of things that I've like put to the back of my mind, but then they've all started building up and building up and building up, and then anger gets the better of you. So yeah, they are my main two or three focuses at the moment. First, get clean. Then, see people about my mental health. Then, that's 2 things that were holding me back out of the way. And then, job. Like I said, if I've got a job and I'm clean, I go to work, come home, I'm knackered, probably do an hour on the treadmill to knacker me even more. Then that's it, bed, and then back up for work again in the morning. That'll keep me busy, occupied. I've got no time to even go and get anything or think about anything. So that's what I need to do. And anyone who doubts me, I have done it before. I can do it again. I just need to put more effort into it because I haven't put as much effort into it as I should have done. And like I said, if he was out, we would have done it by now because, like I told you, people can blame him, but before he went away when he had this psychosis, like I said, I was the one who was going, go and score for me. And he'd be like, oh, we've done 5 days, do you know what I mean, without. And I was like, nah, come on, I want something. I can't cope with it. I was like a little baby half the time, or refusing to move, sending him to get my shopping, my this, my that, because I didn't want to go out. It just got silly. I still need to do the video on that, his psychosis and how bad it was. But, yeah. So, anyway, they're my goals. So, what do you think? And, also, like people have said, doing new videos and stuff. What do you think I could do videos on? Like I said, the politics thing is a bit, I've got to be very careful on here what I upload. Like I said, they're already watching. It takes hours sometimes for my videos to upload, and then sometimes they're blocked straight away. In fact, the video that I did of my friend who died the other week with my of the C word, I can't find that video, and I didn't even title it that. Has that been taken down? Basically, she died. She was double jabbed. As soon as they put her on the ventilator and then took her off, her lungs were gone, and she died at 44. And she was healthy, didn't take anything. And there was 2 other people that week who died who were double jabbed as well. But they keep this from the press. You see that video that Sam put on? That kid getting forced by the police to have the injection. That's what's going to happen over here. You can see it. But it's like I said, about time people started standing up for their rights, because they can't put the whole country in prison, but people are so scared. It's like my daughter's a carer. They've been told if they don't get their thingy done by the 11th of, I think, September, October, they're going to be losing jobs. But they're all kicking off about it, saying, look, it's their human rights, which is what it is. It's like, I can't talk too much about that thing, but everyone's got their own opinions, but come off it. When I'm seeing people of 44 dying who are healthy, and then her boyfriend saying that the vent basically wrecked her lungs, then come off it. Very, very scary. Very scary. So, yeah, must be about 2 o'clock now. So, that was just a video I've been saying I'm going to do for a bit. So, any suggestions or anything, then please let me know, right? Night, guys. This is going to be my last video. And did any of you check out that woman that I linked about the R. Kelly situation? That's crazy what he did. He should hopefully never get out. But it shouldn't truthfully just be him. He had a lot of help getting these girls. A lot of help. One of them was sick. He made an excuse why he left. He left R. Kelly not because of all the teenage girl stuff. Basically, R. Kelly said, book me a trip to Disneyland as a VIP with so many of these girls back. This was like 10 years ago, right? But apparently you had to follow Rob's rules. And one of Rob's rules was that if there was any tours going on, it had to be a female tour guide. Anyway, he'd literally said to this guy within 24 hours to get him this VIP trip. He's turned up, there's a male tour guide. They couldn't get anyone else. Straight away, it's back on the bus, we're not here. So the guy, that's when the guy said, oh, I've had enough of him, and left him. And it's like, oh, so you're okay with all the other things that he does? I'll have to do some breakdowns myself. Like I said, this woman proper goes into the case detailed. Why it's not all over the news here, considering such a big R&B singer he was. It's very strange. It's not covered that much in America, considering there's like 50 people against him. I just hope this Jocelyn Savage, the one that's brainwashed, still by him, because it's like, listen, love, he's never getting out. If he does, no one wants all to do with him. He's just known as a pissy Pied Piper forever. He's vile, and the things that are coming out about him now, it's horrible. It's like if you watch that Surviving R. Kelly and you didn't believe it, you're daft. Anyone who sticks up for him is an NONC sympathiser. So it's one of them, isn't it? So yeah, check out that woman's videos. What's she called? The Plainest Jane, I think, from the USA. Like I said, most of the YouTube channels that I watch are black-owned YouTube companies. Funnily enough, I can relate to them all. I don't know if that's because I've got a bit of black in me or what. I don't know. I can't relate to these white YouTubers, most of them. Because most of them, they've not got a sense of humour. The black ones have the funny and the gossip channels and that. So, like I said, Lovely Tale, we'll always watch her. Daytime Tea Time, Tasha K, Ammon Wiggins. There's a load of them, I always watch. So, yeah. Right, as I said again, I am going. So, ciao for now, people. Peace out. Good night.